Hello, welcome to Lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Aries Sun Moon Rising for the second week of August 2019. Thank you so much, Aries, for your support. I was so happy to see that Aries had the highest view for the first week of August. I've been waiting for this. When I first started this channel, I'm so excited. I'm sharing all my words already. Aries used to have the lowest views, and it used to be like, oh my gosh, why am I not connecting with my people? Because I'm a triple Aries, as you guys know. I say it all the time. So here we are. Yes, let's keep this going. Please keep liking, sharing, commenting if you like my style of reading, and if you resonate with the messages that are coming out, okay? And we have here the Temple Path, number 12 at the bottom of the deck. This is the energy. Yeah, this is the energy oracle card. And number 40, that's what came out for you, Aries. Okay, sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. And we know the sixth chakra is that third eye chakra, right? This is beautiful, Aries. So some of you here, you are coming into and we have the temple path, so you're really walking that spiritual path. Your third eye, some of you are getting your third eye opening, a kundalini, activation, and you are walking. The temple path is walking towards basically the temple, to that spiritual path, towards that higher level of consciousness, to understanding spirituality, delving deeper into spirituality, right? So do some meditation for Archangel Metatron on oh my goodness, I just saw something on my right here on on YouTube. They have a lot of this meditation. I have one, actually, I kid you not, the one that's actually playing in the background is a third eye meditation. So I can't remember which one of the channel I was watching, and they were saying like during this time for Aries to listen to heart chakra meditation, and I wish I could remember which one of my favorite YouTubers that had this on, or to listen to third eye and heart chakra meditation as that lion gate approaches. So for some of you, this is of great significance, okay? And the temple path is number 12, and that sixth chakra card is number 40. So we have 3 and a 4. So towards keeping going towards that temple path, that's on that spiritual path, that's what's gonna bring you even closer to that to where you want to be, to that higher self, to that what's the word, what's the best way I can say that, closer to God, okay, closer to the divine. Because all of us that are that are in this journey, I would hope that's the point, right? To get closer to God consciousness, to get to be closer to the person God wanted us to be, okay? And for some of you, Aries, you may be asking during this time, what is my purpose? Perhaps some of you, your life purpose have to do with the spiritual path. Perhaps some of you, just now understanding that. Because for me, that's how it started. I would have never guessed I would be doing this, okay? And my background, very much, I grew up into like a family that's very spiritual. I come from a country that's known for dealing with the mysteries. That is very, like, it's just, I grew up around it, and I never really understood it. I didn't think it was part of me. I was very sheltered, but you cannot escape it because it's everywhere. And here I am now, and I came up into spirituality from a different route than what my culture would envision it to be. And now I'm trying to learn to connect all this journey I've been on to my background, to my culture. So I've been reading a lot about the Harshas, the Loa, and that, African origin of spirituality, and to connect the two, to bridge the gap. And I feel like for some of you, Aries, this may be the case. We're trying to say, what is my life purpose? What is my path? Because you are feeling it, but which way can I serve? Okay, can I serve my purpose in that spiritual path that I've been on, that I'm being called to step in? Okay, we have our 3 cards already, Aries. They just jumped out there for you. We are using the dreams of Gaia again. Look here at the bottom of the deck, wisdom. Number 10, wisdom. And I cannot help to think of, like, this wisdom here looks like the hermit card, right? But this is the number 10, not number 9. So there's a sense of like Wheel of Fortune meeting the wisdom's card. It's almost like he's stepping into that stone of knowledge here, right? It's he's walking with the lantern and the cane, that long cane here, with looks like a double headed, like there's a hook on top of that cane, almost like a hand. Look closely. What's that? What how the top of the cane is showing? I hope you guys can see clearly. So it gives you the hermit, and it's scary, and he's that, I want to say outfit because I can't think of the word. That cape he's wearing, the head is like one of a bear. So he's really embodying that animal instinct here of the bear. And we know the bears, yeah, that is a bear. I believe that is a bear. But either way, this is someone learning about wisdom. And to gain wisdom, you really have to learn to quiet your mind, to hear, to listen, to learn, right? To life experiences, having put yourself to that to go into the hermit journey, to learn your own inner self, and to also go to that a hangman journey where you really get to do some kind of sacrifices, to go to connect with nature, to do that shamanistic journey where you know you're connected to everything. So wisdom comes not just from the mind, wisdom comes from life experience. Wisdom also comes from intuition, learning to learn, knowing that we never know everything. The learning process never ends. The growing process never ends, right? Because only God, only the divine is perfect. Only the divine knows everything. For as long as we are, and for as long as we live, for as long in any dimension for that matter, we are still gonna keep learning and growing. Okay, and for a lot of people, the way they would explain it to you, once that third eye opens up, you come into a new level of understanding about life and what is, right? We learn to see not just with those two eyes, the physical eyes. We really learn to see about everything else that's been right under our nose, that we never paid attention to, that we never really connected to, right? Let's look here, Aries. Let's keep going. The first card that came out for you here is the Crone. And I'm gonna open the book to look. This is a major arcana in this deck, to look at that for you. What more can they tell us about the Crone? This is the dream of Gaia. And like I told you guys the last time, I didn't even feel comfortable yet to start doing readings with this deck, but Spirit was really calling me to step into it. Okay, and here we are for that Crone. It's the keyword they have. The first keyword is like feminine power, fearlessness. The woman who understands her true nature. Talking about wisdom, you cannot get wisdom without understanding your true nature, and that's why I went into the hermit here, because that's giving me a lot of hermit energy from that wisdom card, right? For you to a woman who understands her true nature. Be aware of your choices. Be afraid to walk your path alone. I'm sorry. Be unafraid to work your path alone. Alone. Be unafraid. Do not be afraid to walk your path alone. The temple path, the spiritual path, right? The path. What is your purpose? Yeah, and yes, it can be. There is a period of time as you start, especially at the beginning in your spiritual journey, that you have to work it alone. Okay, there are certain things people cannot give you the answers to. You have to get into it. I would never have thought in like even 2 years ago that I would have a YouTube channel where I'm doing tarot card reading, intuitive reading for people, that I would be making a living, part-time doing this, and I still can do it full-time, but I still just haven't done the big jump yet, that I would be a Reiki practitioner. I would have never thought it. I would have never guessed it. That was like my future 2 years ago. But I had to learn, okay, on this path, where is it Spirit want me to go? I knew I was on a spiritual path, but I wasn't sure exactly where my energy was gonna be used. How can I be useful for the greater good? Because that's the other thing that we don't talk enough about the spiritual path. As you keep growing spiritually, as you learn more and more about spirituality, the interconnectedness of everything and everyone in the world, how we are creating our own reality, how this reality is pretty much an illusion, right? How we keep going just like we were before. This is a continuation of a story, not just our own story, but that of our ancestors, and how we carry so much with us. But we can also be so light because this body, once we start thinking of it as it's just energy, as it's just, slow moving, energy particles, you realize like it's not so much so important. But anyways, as you keep growing and you delve deeper into your own spirituality about what's truly is important, where should your priority lays, it's just like people say certain things no longer interest you. We know that, like certain activities that you used to partake in, all of a sudden seems like you have no interest in them. But the other thing that I was about to mention, we don't talk a lot about, is how important it is to share. Like, once you really become a spiritual person, a deeply spiritual person, that need to extend your energy to other people, to the planet, perhaps to other things, to animals, wherever it is your interest lays, it keeps growing. It keeps growing and looming over you. And everywhere you look, it's going to be a reminder you're not doing this. Because you cannot keep it for yourself. It's not like all the rewards that you'll be reaping from attaining higher consciousness, higher level of awareness, more information, right? And all of this great stuff that are happening in your life, it's almost like a compulsion that you're gonna have to extend that energy to the greater good, to your community, to help other people. Okay, that's the other part. It doesn't stay in the individual basis. It cannot stay in the micro level. It's going to you will find like you almost like when I explode, you have to extend that energy out to other people. Okay, so there we go. So being that corn here is really delving deeper, and to not be afraid to walk your path alone for that little while as you understand, like, where you're going, a life of your own design, the tempo path again. So there's a real sense here, for some of us here, Aries, during this time we really coming into our own spirit, in our own spiritual development. This is deeply spiritual message for you, Aries. Okay, and here we have the Eight of Earth, and that Eight of Earth, I just love it so much. It's literally holding a crystal globe. Look at this. So this is the eight of Earth. I always call the Eight of Earth, which is the same almost like as the Eight of Pentacles, like the work in progress. The work continues on to keep trotting along, no matter how confusing it may be at times, no matter how the answers are not like clear cut as you in the middle of your path, to keep an open mind. Okay, Aries, to keep an open mind when things are not clear, to learn to quiet your mind, to meditate, to ask for guidance, and wait for that information to come through. And when it comes through, there will be no more confusion. You will hear it, you will know it, you will understand it, you will feel it. Okay, but it's to keep going along that path, the temple path, to keep going, to keep walking, to keep improving, to keep working on this spiritual growth, on your own spiritual growth, on that spiritual journey that you are on, in wisdom, knowing that there's something greater here. You're working for the greater good here. You are contributing to that, to humanity. Okay, towards healing of humanity. That's the last card we have here. Healing, not just for yourself, but also that's going to affect all of humanity. Okay, this is like major arcana number 11 that we think, again, sometimes is seen as the strength card or the justice card, depending on which deck that's being used. So we can apply the same. And I like how there's like this pentacles, the holding on top here. This is your reward, the healing process. That's a pentacle here. That's your rewards you get to get to at the end of this journey. You get the reward of it, material reward, but also healing you get to experience here. Okay, something that's real, that's grounded. Look at all this greenery around, right? And that snake here, it's almost like in it's almost like a cane that's like a lampshade, that's also that creating that caduceus symbol that we see for health. So for a lot of us, this is like very deep, and we have that feather hanging. So this is like ancestral healing I'm getting with that feather here. This is like financial healing. This is your health healing, like health wise. Okay, and we have that little toad here, and there's And there's a toad looking, and there's a frog leaping on the side. And for some of you, yes, this is your love life here, right? There's love around the corner. There's love coming here. The toad, the two frogs looking at each other. This is so funny. Like, you know, it's almost unexpected in this card here. There's a lot happening, and for a lot of you women, Aries, it's also, I get the sense here, this is like pregnancy, okay? Like for some of you, if you had issues with your production system, this is like healing on that level, okay? There is a lot here. There is a lot here for you, Aries, to chew on. Look at this card. Meditate on this energy during this time, okay? Do some third eye chakra meditation, especially, and keep asking questions. Pay attention to your dreams. Write down your dreams, because it seems like there are a lot of messages that will be coming to you during this time as you keep progressing on this spiritual path. And spirit is telling you to keep going, you're on the right path. I don't know where this came from, but there's a little fly that just from underneath this card, from the healing card, and it's climbing off my little thing here. I seriously, it just came out of nowhere. So there we go. This is the Knight of Wands, and it came out in reverse like this. And I was looking at the healing card when that card came. So for some of you here, Aries, if you are dealing with some player energy, it seems like, and if you yourself have player energy, it seems like some healing is coming on that too, okay? If you've been too impulsive, making the rash decision, or going in and out of a lover's life, if you will, it seems like the healing has to do with that. A love situation that left you completely out of balance here may need healing, okay? It doesn't have to be a love situation, any situation really. Let's look here about the crown. Let's look here about the crowns. Clarification on the crown spirit. And I truly don't feel like we need clarification on this message. It's very clear here. This is like a deeply spiritual message about Aries person. Spirit is telling you, keep going. You're on the right path, and keep going. What else can you tell us about the crown here for Aries spirit? What else can you tell us about the crown for Aries? About the crown for Aries. What else can you tell us about the crown for Aries? And I'm trying to keep those short, but here we go. So we have here the Emperor. There you go. A woman, a person, and Aries who knows their true self. Authenticity. Remember, these were the key words, right? Feminine power. This is you standing tall. This is you standing tall. And look at this Emperor. It's almost like you can tell if it's a man or a woman, right? So this is like an Aries who's really, really, really in their true power. Who's really like embodying that full Aries energy, power, strength, authority, willing to go to battle if needed to, but understanding the price of peace, understanding the value of peace at the same time, because they've been to battle, they know what it is, right? What it costs, the cost of it all. So, but there's someone who has full command of their being, of their surrounding, of their kingdom. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, Magician, creating your own world, manifesting your own dreams, creating the world that you want to live in, creating the path that you want to walk on, that temple path, Aries, that like you're really magical during this time. We are magical during this time, okay, Aries? Like this is you manifesting, you coming into power. Like it's been very weird, the Aries energies, and I know Cancer season was very tough for a lot of us, but look here, I told you guys, like I actually, even after I did the reading, I could feel the shift so strongly, and I had to write a comment on that last Aries reading to let you know that shift that we all going through as a collective, that it's real, and like it's like I can feel it. And so this is it happening here for us, Aries, okay? We are going through that shift where we are reclaiming our own power, not trying to, lower ourselves, trying to tame ourselves, to fit in. We're really standing tall, understanding, knowing who we are, and standing tall and strong. We have gone through a lot here where we have wisdom, where we know who we are, and we're not afraid to stand tall in our own power, in our own authenticity. Okay, and we're gonna keep working, keep manifesting that world, that life that we want to create for ourselves. Okay, and we are tapping quite deeply here into our spirituality in doing so. I love this. I love this. It's so encouraging. Okay, I'm so happy for all of us. Like, really. Let's see what woman's message spirit has for us here, Aries. This is the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. At the bottom, we have physical touch. It says a tender touch can mean so much. A tender touch can mean so much. And the card that came out is number 30, true love. True love. Okay? This love is once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime love. So Aries, some of you that are dealing with a situation, just know it is true love. You're manifesting your true love. You are bringing together to reconnect with your true love. And yes, for some of you, they may have needed healing. For some of you, there may have been separation. Seeing that wisdom card, I'm really getting hermit energy here. Some of you might have been isolated from each other. So you really can gain that wisdom. So you can really come into your own power before you meet together anew again. Okay, so now you are who you are. You know who you are. You know what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to give. So you are ready now to reconnect with your true love. Okay, and that's a moment of a lifetime, perhaps a moment of many lifetimes. You are manifesting this. You are creating this. You are making that healing happen. Okay, I'm so happy for all of us. Thank you so much, Aries, for your continued support. Please come back next week for the next set of reading, and as always, like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and share with anyone that you think may benefit. And remember, love is the only answer.